India is a diverse country, a population of 1.5 billion, lots of biodiversity. Is biotechnology a solution for India being a Viksit Bharat? I have with me Dr. Jitendra Singh, himself a clinician, and we are standing at CDFD of DBT, the Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostics. Thanks a lot for speaking to me, Doctor.
Thank you, Pallavi. Always nice to see you. So passionately involved in all our projects and ventures.
Thank you, sir. Always with you. So, can India become a Viksit Bharat using biotechnology?
Yes, in fact, to add to that, I would say that now India is a part of a global world, particularly in the last 12 years or so. After Prime Minister Modi came in, we are now a global player virtually. We are following global strategies. We are trying to live up to global benchmarks. We are trying to live up to the global parameters. And therefore, the considered view all over the world today is that, in a nutshell, in a single sentence, the next industrial revolution is going to be biotechnology driven, like the last one was IT driven. So there is going to be a paradigm shift of the economy from the manufacturing sector, other sectors, to recycling, to regenerative, to genetically driven processes. And that is also a mantra to the Atmanirbhar Bharat, which Prime Minister keeps saying, because our dependence on the on the fossil fuels has to reduce if we have to become independent. And there also the key lies with the biotechnology, the biogases. Besides, of course, the nuclear energy, where also the Prime Minister this year has opened up to the private players, through the Shanti Act. So from that point of view, biotechnology has diverse applications in the life sciences, in plants, also in several other physiological processes. As far as the life sciences is concerned, I'm proud to say that we are the first to have come out with the successful trial of hemophilia, which is a bleeding disorder caused by the deficiency of clotting factor 8. It was the Department of Biotechnology which conducted the human trials in Christian Medical College, Vellore, very successfully. We have come out with the first ever indigenous antibiotic. Now, remember, all the antibiotics hitherto, where the salts were coming from outside, only the manufacturing was being done. Now, this is an antibiotic called nephithromycin, trial done here, salt developed here, and now manufacturing taken up by one of the Bombay-based multinational companies. Similarly, we are also vaccine. I think that has made a history.
COVID-19 we made it.
And it's now being supplied to a host of other countries. And now we are coming up with a series of other vaccines. And the turnover 360 is that till about 2 decades back, we were not taken very seriously for our healthcare practices. Today, we are being hailed as a global leader in preventive healthcare. And in preventive healthcare also, we have started a very ambitious program in biotechnology called genome sequencing. We've already sequenced 10,000 individuals. Our target is initially 1 million. And also for tuberculosis, because that's the flagship.
So 1 million Indians' genome has been sequenced.
We are in the process of doing that. We have completed 10,000. So gradually we hope to cover as many as possible.
Has your genome been sequenced?
They have not yet included me. So I'm waiting for them. Yeah, of course, each one of us. So gradually we'll have an Indian data, because Indian phenotype is different.
Correct.
Our gene makeup is different. And then India being a heterogeneous country, north is different from south, northeast. So that is one aspect. The other, similarly, this is again the biotech department which created those kits which you so beautifully reported, carried up by Subhashu in that International Space Station. And the experiments done again at 2 levels. One was life sciences, biogenesis, because you have muscle
loss.
Yeah, muscle loss air in space. Otherwise, when you have a fracture, you are asked to go for a physiotherapy. So what new strategies? Similarly, the other was plants, how to grow plants. And therefore, now for the purity testing of crops, for example, basmati rice, we have genetic technologies for fortification. So all those areas now being addressed to by the Department of Biotechnology, and the economy contribution is also massive.
So what is the expected contribution for the bioeconomy?
I think now, since we live in an age where you have to substantiate everything with figures and statistics, it would suffice saying that in 2014, before this government came in, our bioeconomy was just $10 billion, just 10 billion. Today we are 167 or 168 billion US dollar. In next 2-3 years will be 300 billion US dollar, which means that we are now going to be major contributors in the overall economic growth of India, like the space sector. And this has been possible because we have opened up the outreach to the industry. We have activated our BIRAC, which is an interface between the public sector and the non-government sector, and a huge lot of enthusiasm among potential entrepreneurs and the startups. We had just about 50 startups before this government came in 2014. We have close to 11,000 biotech startups today, and some of them world-class level. We held a conclave about 2 years back in New Delhi, which was also the Prime Minister he had been kind enough to spare time to visit that and encourage these startups. So I think we are in a big way now in the same league as one of the very few nations.
So are we at par on biotechnology with other countries? We set up the biotechnology department first in the world.
Yes, yes. And not only that, we are also among the first to have rolled out a dedicated exclusive biotechnology policy called BioE3, which means biotechnology for employment, biotechnology for economy, biotechnology for environment. And look at the kind of importance being imparted to it that Prime Minister Modi spoke about it in his Independence Day address on the 15th of August 2025.
25.
So, making announcements of the RAP, and he made a call to the youth to come and avail of this policy, which means this is not only a declaration of intent of the flagship program, the priority of the government in place, but he's also trying to generate awareness that, look here, this is going to be a new avenue of livelihood in the times to come.
See, we are standing with a mural which shows the DNA behind us.
Yeah.
So from silicon in this 21st century, as we go to a Viksit Bharat 2047, do you think DNA and RNA would be the drivers of economy?
Absolutely. Now, standing in this center, which is one of the only kind of its kind in the country, the state-of-the-art Center for Diagnostic Fingerprinting and Diagnostics. This is going to have multiple contributions in the times to come. We're giving it a huge push. Once, of course, in the strengthening of the crime framework.
Sure, for DNA fingerprinting and forensics.
Forensic, even genetic detection with the kind of crime that is happening. But more importantly, in the healthcare sector, is also going to help us in genetic remedies, both therapeutic as well as preventive. So we are now working in both directions, and we have also come out with a genetic remedy for sickle cell disease,
Sure.
Which we named Birsa after Birsa because it is the land of Birsa from where the disease was reported in a large number. So I think in both the directions we are moving very successfully in a very ambitious way. And in fact, we are offering cues to the rest of the world, the other countries, as you rightly said. We are not behind. We may be in a step or two ahead of them or with them.
So DNA for India's development and DNA for a happy India?
Absolutely, absolutely. For the economic growth of India and for the Viksit Bharat as well.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
Doctor.
Thank you, Pallava.
Always a pleasure listening to a diabetes specialist turn into a politician and then lead the science ministry.
Thanks for your generous encouragement. Thank you.
So that was Dr. Jitendra Singh, India's science minister, telling us how bioeconomy will lead India to a Viksit Bharat. In Hyderabad, Pallava, Bagla for NDTV.